Hello, how are you? It's Fiona from Fiona's Angel Wisdom page on Facebook. I hope you're all doing well and that you're enjoying life and making the most of every moment that you have here on earth, because that's all you can do, is make the most of every situation that's presented to you. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't really want to do, and sometimes you do things because they're fun. And that's all life is about, really, trying to make the most and trying to do the best for your situations. And that's something I've learnt this week. And sometimes you've got to do things that are not so nice, but then if you keep putting them off, then you'll never get to the point where you release what's up. So it's always good to try your best to come from a place of love. It's not always possible, but do try. So to kickstart off today's angel news, or this week's angel news, we'll have a look at a card from Guardian Angel Cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. They're heart-shaped, and the card I pulled is Prayer. Dear God, help me always remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is, and all else is an illusion. Thank you. So this is very true. Love is all there is, really. Everything else is maybe a negative aspect, but a sign of balance, really, to keep in balance, to show that when we receive love, to be grateful for love, and when we come from a loving place and are able to receive that love in return, this is a blessing. But without the negative connotations, you can't really appreciate that. And I think that Neale Donald Walsch explained that really well in one of his children's books. And that's a really special book. If anybody's got children out there and want to teach them about spirituality and so on, then that's a good thing. So behind the scenes here at Angel Wisdom News, what I do is I don't really plan what I'm going to talk about. Usually it's set by the mood that I'm in or something like that. And well, it's been so sunny and beautiful in the UK, and I've been doing a lot of decluttering, a lot of washing, a lot of ironing, a lot of everything. But I've also taken time aside to spend it in the sunshine and like doing the bushes or going for a walk with my son, and just really taking in how beautiful this place is where I live, with all the trees and the nature and the river and the lake and everything. It's just, when the sun is shining, everything shines, and it's so true. And the people are all energetic and ready to go. And also in the town centre, we've got all the decorations up, and the shops are all decorating in time for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, which is really exciting. And then we've got the Olympics to look forward to. So what we really needed with this current economic climate is that boost, and Mother Nature's done us proud so far. Let's hope that the sun shines next weekend as well, because that would be absolutely amazing. So I think, so I never really plan what I'm going to say. I don't really plan. I usually have a whole load of things on the table, and I just grab them. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I usually have Tony Carmine Salerno with me, because I really adore his artwork and his message, and I just really resonate with his energy at the moment. I say at the moment because I change, I evolve, and I always make a point of asking to be led to the people and places that resonate with who I am and who I wish to become. So I find myself then moving on from old things and moving into new things, and obviously keeping in touch with the old things, but because those are components of me. But also knowing that when it is time to release and move on to the next, then that's what's needed to be done. what I've done here now is also I've got the Angel Bible by Hazel Raven. Everything you ever wanted to know about angels. Now it's a very lovely book, and it's got different sections. So if you wanted to know more about angels, that might be a book for you. What I pulled here, or just randomly opened a page, and it's Angel Halo Meditation. Now the funny thing is, yesterday I started to record Angel News, but I was very, very tired and at the time, so it didn't really make much sense. So I decided to come again with a fresh approach today, with a lot more energy, and I've opened the exact same page in this book. So I'm guessing that you guys are meant to hear this. Angel Halo Meditation. This meditation begins to activate the transcendent, oh, I can't do that word, sorry, chakras situated above your head. It begins with the Soul Star Chakra, also known as the seat of the soul, or halo chakra. Situated about a hand's length above your head, it is sometimes referred to as the 8th chakra. The Soul Star Chakra contains information relating to your soul. Once this first transcendental chakra is activated, you will automatically define yourself through enlightenment rather than external religion and dogma. The Soul Star Chakra is moon white in color or crystal clear. When fully open and activated, it links in a spiral fashion to the other 6 transcendental chakras situated in line above your head. The next chakra, the Star Gateway, is known as the 9th chakra. It resembles a starburst of energy and is situated at the highest point of your hands. At the highest point your hands can reach above your head. So if you stretch your arms up in a prayer position, and then you can see where the highest point is, and then you could imagine these chakras kind of from there down your body. And it also depends on what you believe in. Is the 7 system, 12 system, the 144 system. We have thousands of chakras. Okay, so here we go. What I actually wanted to say before I continue is that this whole thing about connecting and religion, and not looking at it from different religions, but just having your own belief system. When I was growing up, I was very lucky to be growing up around different religions. So I had Buddhism, Hindu religion, I had Christianity, Roman Catholic, I had all the different kinds of Christianity systems around me, Christian systems around me. And then the Church of England and all of those things helped me, and also Muslims. I remember that I asked my mum when we were in Asia why the chappie kept singing from the mosque, and I can't even repeat what she said. And my mum grew up in a Muslim country, but it did kind of, it made me laugh. It was quite funny. But even in my mum's living room, we had Jesus on a cross, we had Buddha, we had she even had a picture of Elvis, a shiny mirror of Elvis that used to hang there, and it was all part and parcel of this belief. And she had it was lovely, and all the different religions surrounding the people that we knew and that I grew up with. It kind of showed you that quite naturally, without forcing it, to be accepting and welcoming to different belief systems, and kind of picking or seeing that really feels right and that feels good to me, and pulling those in, and applying those to everyday life. Now recently I've remembered that on a Thursday my mum, she had a golden Buddha with a black body, like his robe and everything were gold, and then his body and his face were black, but in his hands, out of his hands shone a light, so you could turn the light on, and she used to turn that on Thursdays and Fridays, And Thursdays she'd also have a tiny little glass filled with water for the fairies to drink. And on Thursdays and Fridays she'd also leave the hallway light on for the fairies to find their way. And on Fridays it was so, and she put flower by Buddha as well on the Friday, for the spirits to find their way home. Even though my mum and I, we never really talked about God, and we never talked about religion as such, apart from why was the guy singing like that. But you know, when we used to go to Asia, I used to go to the temple with my cousin and my uncle, and we used to go for Thaipusam, which is a Hindu festival, and it was beautiful, the colours and all the different sacrifices that people make, and you'd see so many beautiful things, just beautiful. And then, you know, also with where I grew up in Germany, all the Roman Catholics, with and when the Pope came to visit and all of that, and the old couple that used to look after me, they were highly religious, and they used to always light candles if I was upset or if they were worried about me and stuff. So, and I used to love going to church at school, and religious education used to be one of my favourite subjects. I loved hearing about Moses and things. Not that I remember much about it, but I know that I fully enjoyed that. Anyway, so enough of the ramble. Here we go. How to practice the meditation. What to do. Number 1. Sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Relax your body by focusing on your breathing. Now, relaxing posture. You can have your feet flat on the ground. You can have them raised. You can lie down. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Don't be set by boundaries. Okay? Now, number 2, focus your awareness on your crown chakra. Visualize the 1,000-petal lotus flower opening. The 1,000 petals are arranged from left to right in 20 layers containing 50 petals. The crown chakra, normally violet when open, changes to white. The seed vessel is pure gold. Number 3, look deep into the crown chakra. See the circular moon sphere radiating soft reflective light. The center of the moon sphere is a luminous downward pointing triangle of soft golden light. In the center of the triangle is what appears to be a red dot of light. Number 4. As you gaze at the red dot of light, you see it contains 2 red crescent moons. One above the other. A white circle is above the first, and a red circle of red fire is above the second. Above them is another white circle containing a red dot of light and a white dot of light. See, if that were me, I would have to draw that to understand what that was all about. Number 5, as you continue to gaze at these, become aware of a spiral of light coming out of your crown chakra that forms a halo of soft, crystal clear light around and above your head. This activates and forms your halo chakra. Number 6, to end the meditation, bring yourself back to everyday waking reality. Now, that's something that seems and feels like a sensible thing to do as long as you're in the right mind frame. So be aware that you have to be ready for some very powerful stuff happening once you do this, should you choose to do this. So just remember that you have to be in a place of balance, or try and be in a place of balance, and be sensible. Not that you're not sensible. I know that I can't hold your hand every waking minute of the day, and I wouldn't want to, but I just want you to remember that, you know, if you're not feeling very well, or if you're going through depression and things like that, or not to overload yourself. Right, next. It would be nice though if anybody did try this, if you could put some feedback on the page. I know I've taken away the commenting facility at the moment, but I don't know, maybe I could have a comments of the day where people can put their thoughts and things. So now and then you could let me know how that went if you tried it, or even on the post where I've posted Angel News, you could let me know, and that would be nice, or just send me an email. Now let's have Angelic Inspirations by Tony Carmine Salerno, which is a lovely book, and I'm just going to sit and just randomly open a page. And we had him last week, so let's try some. I'm going to read it, but then I'm going to open another page. Allow your heart and thoughts to merge with the wind, the sun, the moon and stars. Flow with the streams and rivers. Be one with the clouds and rain. The same life force flows through all things. The same energy that breathes you also breathes the earth, star and stars. Okay. Right, what we have here now is an angel, and she's kind of got her hands together and she's holding them, and she's got her eyes closed, and it looks like she's making a wish, and she's got stars on her arms, and you know, she just looks deep in thought. And okay, if you try to make your life fit entirely into human logic, you are always going to get to a point where things no longer make any sense. Trying to make sense of every part of your life is like trying to piece together a jigsaw puzzle while not having all the pieces of the puzzle in your possession. Now, I also think it could be like having pieces that don't even fit together, and you're trying to squeeze them together. Trust when your angels tell you that the only thing you need is love. When love is factored into any equation, things make more sense. The essential and eternal nature of life may be beyond your understanding, but it's not beyond your love. So we live and breathe and just come from a place of love, and life is that much easier. But as I said before, it's not always easy to come from a place of love, and sometimes it's not possible, because if you're met with hostility, you kind of go on a defensive yourself. And you also don't want people to believe that you're a pushover. I mean, it doesn't really matter what people think, but sometimes you have to stand your ground, but then you're doing it out of love for yourself and your own sanity and your own self-worth and respect. Okay, let's see what we have next. Let's have a look at Universal Wisdom by Tony Carmine Salerno and do the spread for the week ahead. That might be a good idea, yeah? Okay, let's shuffle. Clear the deck. Shuffle. See what the angels have got to say for the listeners of Angel News. Okay. So I've pulled 3 cards. Let's start with Sunday, Monday. And get the book out, and the first card in the past, or actually Monday, is No More Wounds, and No More Wounds is a purple card, and it's got some a chappie that looks like Jesus, and he's got a purple caduceus going through his entire body, or a swirl of light, whichever, and he's wearing a see-through white cloak, and in the bottom there's like a baby attached to him, which is lovely. You must see the image to appreciate it. So, no more wounds. It is time to break free from the restrictions of some of your beliefs. Now, doesn't that go with what we were talking about? Your life is on the verge of something beautiful, yet there is a new phase. Yet before this new phase can commence, you must examine your beliefs and break free from anything that no longer serves a positive purpose in your life. You deserve to be and have all your heart desires, for you are a blessed child of creation. Jesus spoke of love and forgiveness, of compassion, peace and non-judgment, and set an example by showing love and compassion to all. He empowered others by reflecting light that shines within them. Yet what he preached and practiced has since largely been distorted or adulterated by many church leaders over the years. As a result, much of Western consciousness has been impregnated with subconscious feelings of inadequacy and guilt. We can feel bad about ourselves without even realizing it. Examine everything you believe and replace any fear-based beliefs with bright, new, loving ones. The negative image of wounds and suffering can be replaced with a positive image of resurrection, joy and happiness, but it is a process that requires time and dedication. You can do it, and as you do, your life will change for the better. It's very, very true. Just come from a place of love. So that's Sunday, Monday. So let's go Tuesday, Wednesday. Butterfly wings. Now I love this picture. It's got a beautiful lady on it, and she's got no clothes on, and she's sitting in a purple, kneeling in a purple lotus flower, and she's got butterfly wings. Butterfly wings have shown up in your reading today to mirror the beauty inside of you, the sacred beauty that is you. A profound transformation is taking place in your life due to the fact that you have managed to reconcile issues from your past. As a result, your true nature is now beginning to emerge. Through this card, you are being encouraged to continue your spiritual journey. Continue to be yourself, for you have much to offer the world by just being you. Love has the power to transform all things, and the love you hold has the power to touch not only those around you, but the whole planet. Surround yourself with nature. I love being in nature at the moment. And you will feel an even greater sense of magic and love. Nature embodies the healing universal energy of love. Her magical powers will awaken the magic within you. Your spiritual awareness is about to deepen, and so too will your awareness of the true extent of your capabilities. Much of that which you experience over the coming months will have a magical effect on your life, and the magic will also be felt by many around you. Butterflies are a powerful symbol for you at present, symbolic of the transformation that awaits you. From now on, take heart every time a butterfly flutters into your field of vision, for it confirms that you are on the right path. There you go, keep a lookout for butterflies, transformation, new beginnings, and reaping what you've sown. So all the good work that you've put into healing and releasing and becoming the person that you were meant to be in the first place. And I know many people will be able to resonate with that because of the whole I've forgotten the word now, you know, that ascension process. There you go. Right, so that was Tuesday, Wednesday, I hope. Then we've got Thursday, Friday and Saturday, meditation. So this is a blue card, and it's a lady, and she's got her eyes closed, and there's purples and whites surrounding her, which is also a very serene photo. Meditation. In prayer we speak and God listens. In meditation God answers. The meditation card has appeared in your reading today to help you feel life from a spiritual perspective. Sit quietly and empty your mind of all thoughts and concerns. Relax your body and bring your awareness to your breath. Gently observe and follow the breath. As you breathe in, feel yourself detached from the external world of your thoughts. Allow your awareness to move to a world of light that exists from within you. Be fully aware of your body and fully present within each moment. As you breathe out, release any tension you hold and feel yourself relax as you become one with the universal spirit of creation. There is no separation. The life force that breathes through you breathes through all creation. As you practice the art of meditation, you will discover that the spirit of creation has a voice. This voice can be a feeling that swells inside your heart or a thought that drifts through your mind. It can come as an image or as a stream of light or as a midnight blue on a starry night. So, taking time to relax. Now, relaxing and breathing and connecting your heart, mind, body and soul and you'll receive messages that you never thought possible once you do that. Now I'm being guided to pull just one more card from this deck to re-emphasize what the other three cards have already said. So hopefully that will clarify. Luna, that's a beautiful lady with a full moon behind her, and she's naked standing in water, and she's got golden glow coming from her hands. So it looks like we're going to be rewarded for a good hard work. Luna, believe in yourself, for you are a wonder of creation. Let go of fear and you'll discover a shining star. Trust in the healing power of love, for you are an ocean of light, reflecting the light of the sun, the universe, and stars. The flame of love resides inside your heart. It engulfs all in its path. Through this light, new stars are born, explosions of love, a glowing heart that moves the ocean tide. One eternal heart forever bathed in light. The night sky, a tapestry of jewels. Dewdrops from an ocean form an ocean. Starlight fills your heart with the glow of ancient suns. Through trees, mountains, and valleys, you shine eternally bright. This card is a blessing from the universe. Feel each word resonate inside your heart. So there you go. It's also to reaffirm that we are beautiful and wonderful creations, and to let go of outside influences. And we've been influenced from the moment we've been born, from things that we watch on telly, from our parents and teachers, and everybody's got their own ideals and so on, and their own structures. But those, whilst it is right to follow conventional methods and rules when it applies to having to go to work and doing a job and fitting into the system, but that doesn't mean that you can't live as you feel right outside of that, because that's only one part of your life, and there's that other side in your free time, who you are and how you want to be, and how you are with your friends and your family and people on the internet and so on. And the more I feel that places like Facebook and Twitter, I'm not a fan of Twitter, but I feel that social networking has allowed people to step more into their power and more into themselves, and rediscover being the light that they were intended to be. And that might sound a bit far-fetched to some, but it has allowed people to connect beyond imaginable reason. If you'd have told somebody 20 years ago that there would be something like Facebook, and people would have laughed and said, that's something you see in a science fiction movie, and it's not real, but it is real now. And even just connecting to people in New Zealand and people in Australia and America and China and everywhere. It's amazing that we can do these things. And I'm just being told that I don't actually know if they have Facebook in China, if that's allowed, but it kind of also makes you think about those things. Can people do things that are people free to do the things that you're free to do in your country, in other countries? I'm lucky to live in the United Kingdom, where we're relatively free. On the other hand, though, we have all these CCTV cameras that follow us around and watch every single move that we make. Apart from when something goes wrong, there doesn't seem to be a working camera around. But so that, I guess, for certain amounts of freedom, there's freedom been removed. But I'm free to record these angel news and share them with you and connect with you, and I'm so pleased. You know, some of the people that I see, and some of you are probably listening, and I see how you have come along and you are growing with me and changing with me, and we're all going to transform and be those butterflies and live that life that we may not have thought possible. Now, if somebody had told me that I'd be on Facebook having a page and talking to thousands of people, or even just 1,000, as last time I checked there was 1,000 people that were talking about the page, and 3,000 plus people that had joined the page. So that's amazing in itself. And having given up Angelic Inspiration that had 11,000 followers, and I don't feel the need to have 11,000 followers anymore. When I first had Fiona's Angel Wisdom, that's all I could think about, that how am I ever going to get that back? And then now I kind of think, you know what, I'm not going to break my back trying to achieve something I've already achieved. I want to achieve something else. And I know that Angelic Inspiration touched many people, and it had a lot of followers in the States that we never found again. But maybe that was the journey they were meant to see. And now we've got a lovely group of people from all walks of life, different backgrounds, and we're all accepting of one another in ways, shapes, or forms. And yes, I do have opinions sometimes, like with the Reiki attunements. If you're going to attune to Reiki, not heal with Reiki, if you're going to be attuned to Reiki, I believe that you should do that in person, because there are questions that you will have, experiences that you will have, and that also the people need to gauge on how the energy is sitting with you, and you can't exchange that same thing when you're not present. And there's symbols that have to be placed, and there's a certain level of aftercare that needs to go with that. And I feel really blessed that I had a one-to-one Reiki attune. All three of my attunements were, well, I've had more than that, because you go for top-ups and check that, and just refresh what you've learned. But the three main attunements that I had, they were all one-to-one, and they were lovely, and they were just guided. And at the moment I'm seeing the numbers 33333 everywhere, and that tells me that the Ascended Masters are with me. And in 2007, I think it was 2007, I saw Doreen Virtue in London at one of her seminars, and I was very lucky that out of 900 people I was one of the, I don't know, 8 people that she chose to read that day. And she'd actually picked my friend next to me and then changed her mind. And the night before, I'd written Doreen Virtue a letter and told her, you know, what difference having discovered her had made in my life. And I got to tell her that, and I asked her about the threes, and she said that I had Buddha with me, and a whole load of other things, and she spoke about my son and things, and it was a really lovely experience. Now, even though I'm now heavily kind of moving away from that, but I wouldn't deny anybody the opportunity to go I'd encourage people to go to one of her seminars, simply because they are life-changing. And I've been to 3, and every time something beautiful has happened. The second time I went, I spoke to Charles Virtue, and I called him Grant, that's his brother, and I asked him how I'd go about going on his angel certification program, and I didn't have the money at the time, and somehow by magic we worked around it. And then I didn't actually have to work around it, because my dad ended up paying for it as a Christmas and birthday present, something that I could have with me for life. And the third one was kind of, I met some people, and it was confirmation for me that I'd been on the right path, and that it was then time for me as a person personally to move on from that and venture into new things. And it also, having spoken to Charles Virtue at that seminar, encouraged me to really work on Angelic Inspiration, and it really worked, as you could tell. And then I think maybe I took it as far as I could take it, and then it was time to see what I'd learnt and how I was, because I've changed a lot since having done that, and how I approach situations and people, and deal with the negativity that comes with having spiritual pages like that. And luckily there's not really been that many negative experiences, and as long as we all come from a place of love, and we're all respected and tolerant of each other, but able to speak our truth without damaging another, then that's fine. And I know some of you might argue saying, well, if you go around saying you shouldn't have your Reiki attuned distantly, then you're damaging somebody else. I'm not damaging anybody, because you have all got free will. And if you want to go and have your Reiki level 1, 2 and 3 and possibly 4 attuned distantly, then nobody's going to stop you but it's not the same as having it done in person. And what else can we say? So the week ahead, I do feel it's going to be lovely, and the angels have been fairly quiet. They're leaving me to my own devices at the moment, letting me find my feet and talk and just be guided to what to talk about. And I have managed to talk for 35 minutes and 20 seconds. How interesting is that? So with that, I'm going to leave you and wish you all the best week ahead. And I hope that you are blessed, and remember to talk to your angels, and remember that Archangel Michael is always there, and he'll always protect you, and he will always cut cords when they're needed to be cut. And Archangel Raphael is there, and he will guide you to healing, and always ask to be guided to people and places that can help you and resonate with your personality of who you are now and who you wish to become, and for your life to be filled with as many positive moments as possible. Remembering, keeping in balance that good and bad have to come. It's part of nature, and try and just come from that place of love as often as you can, and it takes practice. And believe me, I am a moody woman, and I'm getting less moody by the day, so it does work. Have a good week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.